Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lesson 7. I hope you are enjoying the semester so far, especially since we've officially reached our halfway point. You've done some wonderful work so far, and I'm excited for all that still lies ahead of us. Now, for this week, I want to share with you a helpful resource as we learn a little bit more about how to choose credible sources and how to really work with those sources better and more efficiently. So, to start off, let's go ahead and review just a couple of the things we've been learning about source credibility. We always need to consider these questions. Is the source current? Is it relevant? Is it authoritative? Is it accurate? And does it have a clear purpose? These are kind of the guiding questions that you want to ask yourself as you're reviewing a source, but you may be wondering, how do I even connect myself with these sources in the first place? That can be a little bit tricky, but I do have a tip that will help you. And this has actually been a great help to me in my own personal studies in the past. So, I would like to introduce you to Google Scholar. Yes, that's right. You can use Google for these papers and for all of your academic research, really, but there is a special way to do it, and that's using the scholar.google.com rather than just your normal Google. And what this does is it will connect you with articles and studies that have been academically reviewed, so they're already credible. You just have to determine if they're relevant and if you can use them effectively. So let's go ahead and see a little bit of what that looks like. First, you need to take your prompt or your question or your thesis, whatever you're working with, and you want to identify keywords for your search. So in this instance, I took one of our prompts, or one of our possible prompts for our next paper about goal setting. And I've identified a few terms here. And then my next step is to go ahead and input that into Google Scholar. As you can see right here, I went ahead and searched goal setting and then moved on to step 3, which is reviewing my results. Right up here, this looked like a promising article. The description talked a little bit about how efficiency is improved with goal setting, and that's something that I think I could maybe use in my paper. So I go ahead and I click on it, and that is where step 4 comes in. You want to review your source just a little bit more, go ahead and read that abstract and choose it. This, you always want to take a little bit of a closer look, but this looks like a pretty reliable source. It has the citation right here, so all of the contributors, and this would be how you cite it at the end of your paper in like a works cited page or a references sheet. And then this abstract is essentially a summary of what the study or the paper is going to be claiming and showing. So in this particular instance, I might have chosen a different article, or I might have just used the abstract because this is a purchase version. So some of these are not free, not everything is in this search engine. And it has an option to purchase the PDF, but I don't think I need the whole study. And sometimes your abstract is enough for you to use. You can actually quote from within the abstract as well, and that's totally okay. I have done that myself in the past, but since this abstract is a little bit short, it's not quite getting to the message that I wanted, I would probably go ahead and keep looking through some of the results until I came across something that I feel I could use very well. Now, this is going to be a little bit repetitive as you search. Very rarely are you going to get the perfect source on your first try, on your first click. But having this resource will help you ensure that everything you're looking at is at least credible. It will take that right off of your plate, and you just need to worry about how relatable it is and how relevant and how appropriate it is for your paper. So I encourage you to go ahead and try this out. At least search your topic and see if you're able to connect with good results, because this can be a wonderful tool, especially for more informative and research-based papers. Now, really quickly, I want to just leave you with a spiritual thought. As we're focusing so much on how to ensure that a source is credible, I want to remind you of the most credible source for all of our problems and for our whole lives, just to give us direction. So right here, this is a quote from Elder Uchtdorf, and he says, "The scriptures and the words of modern-day apostles and prophets are the source of wisdom, divine knowledge, and personal revelation to help us find answers to all challenges in life." This is so very true, and I have a testimony of this. We may find ourselves trying to be the best parent possible and reading all of these blogs on parenting. We might be looking at self-help books to help us get over a habit or something that we're trying to become better with. We may find ourselves looking to all these voices in the world to help us become better or to reach our goals. But the one source that we can always trust is the gospel. And as we put our trust in that, we'll be closer to the Spirit and more effective in every aspect. No matter what we're trying to accomplish, we will be blessed as we look to the best and most true and reliable source. So I hope you'll remember that. I hope it will be helpful to you, and I hope that these tips will help connect you with the information that you need and will help you as you learn more about using external sources in your writing. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week.